This is Whiskey 5 Oscar Golf. We'll be starting the Air Force's Flyers Club net on this frequency in 5 minutes. Net will start in 5 minutes.
Kilo Golf 5, Papa Tango Echo, on the flex.
This is W5OG. The Air Force's Flyers Club net will begin in 2 minutes.
WA6LJS standing by for the Flyers at top of the hour.
Good signal, John. WA6LJS, W5ABI. You're about 7 over, but you'll get better, over.
Yeah, you're a good solid 8 right here. Good 8.
Good. Thanks for the report. W5ABI standing by for net.
Good morning there to you, John. W6LJS, W5PIX is stop and go traffic here in Waxahachie, Texas.
Yeah, good morning, Clifford. You're about an S7, no problem. WA6LJS.
Hey, Roger's on that. Well, but they're doing a little road work here, got everybody down one lane, so Anyways, we're just watching traffic here. I'm trying to race up there, so we're just blocking. Anyways, I see. It's Mobile, Waxahachie, Texas.
Okay, good morning. This is Whiskey 5 Oscar Golf. I'll be net control for the Air Force's Flyers Club net. It's now that time of the morning at 10 o'clock in the morning in the central part of the country. And the Air Force's Flyers Club net meets on this frequency every day of the year starting at this time. Members of the Air Force's Flyers Club are active duty, retired, and veterans of the military air forces from all branches. We include air crew, ground crew, air traffic controllers, and support personnel, pretty much anyone involved with supporting the aviation missions from all of our armed forces. We also like to welcome visitors. The purpose of our group is to promote fellowship between those of us radio amateurs who spend a portion of our lives in the support of the aviation mission of the armed forces of our country. Let's see. This is a control net, contact net control. Please use the words contact, a relay, info, or check-in. We have a nice website. You can find out all about us. The address is airforcesflyersclub.org. I say that again, Air Forces, plural, Flyers, plural, club.org. We use NetLogger on the net, and we'll go through the list off of NetLogger, and I'll tell you who's on that list so far this morning, and then we'll take additional over-the-air check-ins. And then we'll take a quick standby to see if there are any folks that need to be a short timer. So, off of NetLogger this morning, and helping with netlogging duties, again, is N5BE. Thank you, Lee, for that. Do appreciate your running NetLogger for us. And I might also mention in here that we have an AFFC node on Echolink. It's under the conference tab of Echolink. You can find it under Alpha, Foxtrot, Foxtrot, Charlie. All right, so far on the list this morning, I have Uncle Cliff, W5PIX, in the Mobile. And it looks like Willie is Mobile this morning also, KJ5BWB. I haven't heard you yet, Willie. Hopefully you're hearing me on one of the SDRs. We've got John, W7AJN, W7 Tango Uniform Echo, Peter, who I talked to earlier, one of our newer members. And I've got Leon, N5BE. Good morning again, Lee, and thanks for doing the net logging. I've got John, WA6LJS, and my younger brother, Brian, WB5DRI. Good morning, Brian. Got the Commander Bob, K1BOB up in Idaho, and Joe, W5ABI. We talked to Jack, KM4CAX, who was in and out. He had to go do some, we used to call him Lumberjack. Lumberjack Jack, but he is out doing his chainsaw work this morning. We've got Professor Bob in X6RG, and Ray up in New Jersey, WB2JJO. I've got James in here this morning, KG5PTE. Good morning, James. And Charlie, K4YDB, and I assume that Charlie's got the live stream up. I haven't looked yet this morning, Charles. Yeah, Charlie, I've been too busy. But hopefully the question is available to anyone who wants to see it on the live stream. You can go to YouTube and search for K4YDB and select live stream. And we've got a visitor, Alpha 5 Alpha Foxtrot. What a nice call. We'll get to. I hope he's hearing me on the SDR. May have to use you to relay there, John, WA6LJS. All right, of that list, are there any that need to be a short timer first? Any short timers this morning? You call now, W5OG.
Q1 Papa Tango Echo, be short time.
Okay, I heard James in there, but not real strong, James. I think it was KG5PTE. We'll put you down as a short timer there, James. All right. Let me take over-the-air check-ins. Any others that are not listed on the list so far that would like to join us for the Air Force's Flyers Club Net this morning, members or guests, call now. This is W5OG.
W5PIX, short time.
Okay. I think I heard Cliff in there. You need to be a short timer, Cliff. Was that what that was?
Yeah, that's what he said, but he's already top of the list.
Yeah, that's what I was going to tell him. All right, thank you, John. John, WA6LGS, put a call out for additional check-ins from the West Coast there.
Will call. This is
Juliet 5, Bravo,
relay
Whiskey
for
Bravo.
control for the Thursday morning Air Force Flyers Net. We're looking for check-ins, either members or visitors. Call now.
November 0, Charlie Hotel Sierra.
I heard a November 0 Charlie Hotel Sierra. Did you copy that, Dale?
Yes, I did. Let me see if he's hearing me. November 0 Charlie Hotel Sierra. Can you give me your name and QTH there? W5OG, over.
Charlie Oscar Lima, India, like QTH, Montrose.
Juliet 5, Bravo, Whiskey Bravo, mobile station.
Okay, yeah, Montrose, Colorado. Very good morning to you, Colin. We've got you on the list. Are you going to be able to stay with us for the net this morning, or are you just in and out there, over?
I'm on the computer right now, just kind of listening into various conversations, so I'll stand by. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll try and get you towards the top of the list here this morning. We will have a question of the day, which I'll give out here locally on the radio just in a minute, and you can participate or not as you choose. Anyways, we're happy to have you aboard, and thank you for joining us this morning. All right, let's see. Charlie, K4YDB, how about putting a call out from your location, if you would, for additional check-ins? W5OG.
Wilco, this is K4YDB relaying for net control. We're looking for check-ins to the Air Force's Flyers Club Net. Members or guests, call now. And Dale put Willie's on there too. Willie, are you a short timer? I lost Willie. Anyways, K4YDB, you're looking for check-ins. It's all quiet here, Dale.
Yeah, I didn't hear anything either. Thank you, Charlie. All right, let me get the question of the day, and I'll get that brought up here. I think I can do that right quick. I wanted to do something to honor the air traffic controllers that do such an amazing service to our country every day, and I've got the question was really an idea that I got from Tom, K4YES, one of our ex-air traffic controllers. And, of course, we also have KF7GJO, as we all know. He's our ops officer. He's also a retired air traffic controller. So we'll honor the air traffic controllers this morning with a question. It starts out every day. FAA's air traffic organization provides service to more than 45,000 flights and 2.9 million airline passengers across more than 29 million square miles of airspace. Today's question, which, as I mentioned, comes from K4YES, the more than 14,000 air traffic controllers handle how many flights each year? Each year. Now, select the most correct answer from the following. Would it be A, 12 million, or B, 14 million, C, 16 million, and D is 18 million? You may have to look it up, and I don't care. That would be fine. Anyway, give you an idea of how much that they handle every year, and flawlessly, I might add. It's one of the professions that requires zero failures. You can't have a misstep here. That's very, very critical, of course, as we all know. So again, it's A, 12 million, B, 14 million, C, Charlie, 16 million, and D is 18 million. And I got a follow-on question just for fun. The bonus question is, approximately what percentage of the 19,635 U.S. airports are actually privately owned? In other words, they're not public airports. How many are privately owned? Would it be A, 44%, B, 54%, Charlie would be 64%, or Delta 74%? So that's the simple question for this morning, and you can mull that over, look it up as you see fit. Maybe Mr. Google or Miss Siri might even be able to provide that you the answers. I'm not sure. Anyway, let's go ahead and get to the top of the list, and that way we'll start off with Uncle Cliff there in the Mobile, W5PIX. I hope I can hear you on something. I've got Lumpkin and Utah SDRs up. So go ahead, Cliff, you're up. W5PIX, W5OG.
Well, good morning. This is W5PIX Mobile here in Lancaster, DeSoto, here going to Garland, Texas, and beautiful morning here. 1 degrees here on the outside on the truck, and we're trying to get over here to, like I said, Garland to get rid of this load. I will go with Delta Charlie. Down the answers here, Delta Charlie. And I'll be riding along, but it's going to be busy here in a little bit. So back to you, W5PIX, back to W5OG.
Okay, Cliff, mighty fine. Got your answers as my initials there, Delta Charlie. All right, and let's move along. Let me get back to my, if I can here. Yeah, okay. Next on the list would be the other Mobile this morning, Willie, KJ5BWB. If you're hearing me, Willie, you're up, W5OG. Anybody hear Willie?
No, he might have been a really short time.
What was that about, a short time?
I said he was being a real short time.
Oh, okay, so he's already gone. All right, thank you, Cliff. We'll leave him on the list. Maybe I'll take a quick check on the 73 round piece. It might be back. All right, let me see if we can get one of the visitors in here. Let me try the gentleman from, what was it? Well, he's not on there. Oh, yeah, here it is. I'm sorry. We'll start off with November 0, Charlie, Hotel Sierra. Colin in Montrose, Colorado. Do you have anything else for the net, Colin, at W5OG?
No, not really. I just hope everybody has a good week and a safe week. And if you're going to be flying, cross your fingers. That's always helpful. Anyway, I'll go ahead and let you get back to net. M0CHS, clear and listening.
Okay, Colin, mighty fine. Thank you. Have a great day there in the beautiful part of the country, Montrose, Colorado. And I'll leave you on the list. We may be back to you on our 73 round there, Colin. All right, the other visitor, Alpha 5 Alpha Foxtrot. I may need you to help me with him, John, WA6LJS. Alpha 5 Alpha Foxtrot. You're up for the net, W5OG.
Well, I could barely hear you in there because we're probably too close. But I'd like to...
Yeah, if you're in Seguin, you're too close to me, probably for 20 meters. If you're hearing me, go ahead. You're up for the net there, Thurman, over. John, WA6LJS, see if you can give him a call and have him take his turn. W5OG.
Yeah, I had a phone call. What station do you want me to call?
Yeah, it's one of our visitors, Alpha Alpha 5 Alpha Foxtrot.
Roger, Roger. Alpha Alpha 5 Alpha Foxtrot. You're up. WA6LJS relay. No, nothing heard here, Dale. Back to net.
Okay, I did hear him there, and he did come in, but now I guess he's left. I don't know. I think he's he's not hearing me. That's the problem. All right, well, let's move along. We'll go to John. I know I talked to you earlier, John, with a good signal. W7AJN in Peoria. Good morning again. You're up. W5OG.
W5OG, W7AJN. Good morning, Dale, and good morning to all the flyers out there. It is a beautiful day here in Peoria, Arizona. We're sunny and 89 degrees, going up to 106 with 35% humidity. Mostly inside sports today. White's doing fine, Michaela's doing fine. White just left the PT, so she's got a little bit of neck cramp. I hope they're going to fix that up. Anyway, I guess on the question, I'm going to go with, well, I think it's between C and D. But I think the answer is going to be closer to C, Charlie. The first one, the number of flights with air traffic control normally. And as far as a private, I'm going to say 64% of the airports in the United States are privately owned. So I'm going to go with Charlie. So that's where I am, and I'll be here till the bottom. W5OG, W7AJN.
Okay, fine, John. Charlie and Charlie for your answers there. And glad the girls are doing well. All right, let's try James, KG5PTE. I think he needed to be a short timer, and I apologize for that. Just didn't get you up far enough on the list there, James. Hope you're still there. Go ahead, you're up. KG5PTE, W5OG.
All right, Dale, W5OG, KG5PT here. I'm short time. I'm walking out the door. Steve is here to pick me up, NG5D, and we got to get out of here. So Charlie Matt on the answer, and I will not be here for the 73 round. So KG5PT, checking in for the net, in and out. Have a good day. Goodbye.
All right, James. Well, I think you're going out there with Toby. I'm not sure. Maybe that has to do with your amplifier. I'm not sure about that, but good luck with that. Hope that all comes out well. Tell Toby hello for the net. All right, let's move along. Let's see, we've got W7 Tango Uniform Echo. New member number 772. Peter, you're up for the net. W5OG.
W5 Uniform Echo. Well, good morning, Dale, and everyone on the net. I'm going to, let's see, for the first question, I'm going with, I think it was Bravo, 14 million. And for the second question, I'm going to take a wild flyer guess at this. I'm going to include anything that's marked as an airfield on a chart. So I'm going to go with 74% of the airfields in the United States are privately owned. Let's see what else is going on. We've got pretty mild weather this year. Monsoon's been real mild, so we're happy about that. I don't think we've cracked 115 yet, so I'll take that as a win. And with that, here's W7QUE back to W5OG, back to net. Thank you, Gil.
You're welcome, Peter. Glad to, again, welcome to the group, and glad to have you aboard this morning. Let's see, your answers were, you said Charlie and Delta. Was that your answer, Peter, over?
Yes, that is correct.
mighty fine. Charlie and Delta for Peter. All right, let's go to Lee, N5BE, in my neighbor just to the west in Arlington. N5 Bravo Echo, you're up, Lee, W5OG.
W5OG N5BE. Good morning, Dale, again, and good morning to everyone on the net. I like this question. One of the things I like to do is take a look at Flight Radar 24 or Open ADS-B, and it's remarkable seeing the air bridge between North America, Europe, and Asia, and then Europe to the Middle East. It's just stunning watching all those airplanes going left and right on the screen. It's just incredible. So how does that equate to this question? Well, I don't know. I don't know for sure. I agree that it's probably shying towards Charlie for the first one. So I'm going to go Charlie, and I agree with Peter's comment. I'm thinking that every little airfield on a sectional is counted in that list, right? So and then you get into define private, right? Is it non-military? Is it is O'Hare private? No, it's not. But there are other airfields that are maybe private or city-owned. So I'm not sure how you cut that up and slice it and come up with an answer. But I'm gonna go Charlie Delta. I think Peter's onto something there. W5OG N5BE.
Okay, Lee. Yeah, mighty fine. Don't try to overthink it, this question. But yes, you're correct. Anything that's not publicly owned, like I guess the city airport would be considered publicly owned, would be a private airport. All right. Well, anyway, we got your answers, Charlie and Delta, and mighty fine. Again, thank you for helping with NetLogger there. It's really a help. And if something were to happen to me or the internet would quit, I would be out of luck, and John hopefully would be able to pick it right up. Since we're using NetLogger now, you know right where we are and who's next. Or somebody could pick it up, maybe our commander, Bob. All right, anyway, let's go to John, WA6LJS. Good morning again, John, you're up, W5OG.
Okay, thank you, Dale. W5OG in the group, WA6LJS. Good morning to the net. Pretty good conditions today. Most everybody coming in locally right now. I do have a couple SDRs on, but don't need them yet. Let's see, it's 62 degrees, clear blue sky, plenty of sunshine. We'll be up probably in the mid-80s today. And answer to the question, well, there's a small lemming line going, and that's what I'm going to follow. So put me down for Charlie for the first one and Delta for the second one. So I'll go CD. And other than that, nothing else going on here, so I'll be here to the bottom. Back to you, Dale. W5OG, WA6LJS.
Okay, John, mighty fine. Big signal as always here on the home radio, the local station there. And yeah, it's amazing. It just works so much better when there's not that line noise. And I don't have the line noise again this morning, thankfully. And it's almost, operating it remotely here from my, on the Flex is just absolutely amazing how easy it is. It's just like sitting at home and in front of your radio, provided it's working. So, all right, let's move along. We'll go to Brian. Good morning, Brian, and glad to see you're on the net with us this morning, and I hope Susie is doing well. Love to you guys. WB5DRI, you're up, W5OG.
Okay, Dale, W5OG and the net. This is WB5DRI, Brian down in here in San Antonio. Well, good morning, Dale and Carolyn there. Love to you guys, and good morning to all the flyers and to the net there.
Nice day going on down here in San Antonio. A little bit warm. We started off about 79 or 80, and we're up to about 87 already, and going up to 101 today for the high. So another hot day here in San Antonio, but we'll take it. Hopefully it'll cool off in a week or so. We'll see. Anyway, had a funny story to tell this morning. I have a 3-rail split rail fence, and I had a bunch of posts replaced in it on a couple of days ago, and they didn't come back to finish the job yesterday. There was one post left, and it was up against the house next to the post that needed to be replaced, it's next to my garage, and my garage faces onto a street, a main street here in San Antonio. Well, somebody last night, it was there all day yesterday, and I made the mistake of leaving it out there, thinking that the fence guys would come back yesterday, but they didn't. But somebody took advantage of the 5-finger discount last night and took the post that was sitting up vertical next to the other post. So I'm glad I had, thankfully, they miscounted on the number of posts that they needed, and they brought a spare, and I had put that in the garage. So I do have an extra post that can go in there. But it's amazing what people will steal if it's not in the ground. If it's not a fence post in the ground, I guess it's fair game. Anyway, I hope everybody's having a good day, and my wife is doing well. Thanks for asking, Dale. Susie's doing pretty well, and we're happy about that. So we just have to keep working on keeping her from overdoing anything, and hopefully everything will be fine. Anyway, great questions this morning, Dale. I was going to go Delta, but seems like quite a few folks think that the right answer for the first question is Charlie, so I guess I'll go Charlie Delta and see how that comes out. But thanks for getting us all in there this morning, Dale. Back to you, Whiskey 5 Oscar Golf, WB5DRI. Back to that. Good morning, everybody.
Okay, fine, Brian. Yeah, it reminds me of the time when they had an old washing machine that they wanted to give away. They put it out on the drive by the road, and had a sign there that said free. And it stayed there, 4 or 5 nights. Nobody bothered with it. 4 or 5 days, and nobody had picked it up. So the guy went out and changed the sign, put $50, and it was gone the next night. So, all right, Brian, mighty fine. Very interesting. All right, let's go to the Commander Bob, K4YDB. Good morning, Bob. You're up, W5OG.
Well, good morning, Dale, K4YDB, and good morning to all the flyers. Lee, thank you very much for doing NetLogger. I'm working on getting some more volunteers, not getting much help. I do have one promissory note, I think, from Mike, Kentucky, when he can do it sometime. He's going to look into it. I guess there's a YouTube on NetLogger, so people give it a look-see. We need still a couple of volunteers here. It's the same people all the time. And I've been starting to call some folks, so please help us out. We all got to do a little bit of fair share here. It ain't free. Let's see. Well, Brian, yes, targeting fences. Yeah, we're having a new fence put in, about a partial fence around the lot here on one side and across the front, and yeah, it's pretty darn pricey. But we have a name we call people that steal stuff off your property. We call them targets. Let's see. Questions. Gee, I don't know. I'm kind of going with what I see here. I think Charlie may be a mercy answer there. That's probably what I would have said too. And everyone's going for a lot of going for Charlie on the first one. So I may not be wrong on that. I wouldn't know the answer. All those numbers are pie in the sky to me. I think we've got an awful lot of private airports. That's all I've ever landed on, just about. When I was flying Cessnas and a few Pipers. So up here we got an awful lot in remote areas. In fact, wilderness remote areas. It's the only way you can get into them, either airplane or by jet boat. You can't take vehicles in. So I watch the YouTubes on that a lot, and they have some unfortunate crashes. And one of the famous scenarios was a high-wing airplane on final approach and a low-wing airplane turning final and running right into them. I think it killed all the occupants in both there up on the Salmon River, very, very remote area. You can only get in there by helicopter, airplane, or jet boat would take you forever where they were. Anyway, on that fine note, I'm going to go Charlie, so give me a set of Charlies there, please. And good net, and conditions seem to be very good here. Hearing absolutely everybody, except Willie sometimes on my radio here. So thanks, Dale, for running a fine net. A good original question there. I'm kind of working on one for Monday, which might be interesting also. So with that, I'll turn it back to W5OG, K1BOB. Thank you, Dale.
KJ5BWB check-in.
Oh, okay. I heard Willie in there. Mighty fine. Okay, Bob, got your answers there. Charlie. And let's go to Willie. Good morning, Willie. We were just talking about you there. I did hear you on something. I've got so many SDRs. Well, I've got two SDRs on. I don't know. I've got the volume only cranked on the Utah SDR. It's so noisy. It bothers me. But Lumpkin's a bit better. And you're coming in well on that one there, Willie. KJ5BWB in the Mobile. Go ahead, Willie, W5OG.
Sorry, Bob. Could you relay for me, please?
Yeah, Willie, it's your turn, Willie. Go ahead.
K1BOB and the group, and also W5OG. Thanks for getting me in mobile station this morning, so I didn't hear the question, kind of an in and out thing. I'm driving someone around to appointments and stuff, but good morning, everyone. And it's funny, I can hear Dale real low, but I heard Brian about an S2, S3, so that was cool. And Bob, you're booming in here, and I heard Charlie right when I got on the road. So, anyways, good morning, everybody, and thanks, Bob, for the relay. Here in a minute, I'm going to cut one of the SDRs on since I'm sitting still. W5OG via K1BOB, KJ5BWB.
Okay.
Did you hear the question this morning, Willie?
No, sir. I'll take a swing at it, though. What is it?
It's a long one. I'll tell you what. I can't. I know you're mobile there, but a good signal here now. You're F7 actually, and he reports being mobile there. Dale, he can't hear you either, but I'm coming in there pretty good with him. So. Willie, mobile safely. You want to stay on the list for today?
Yeah, try me on the 7-3 rounds. If y'all don't get me, no harm, no foul. Thank you.
Roger. And he's going to try to hang around for a 73. Give him a try, Dale. K1BOB, back to net control.
Okay, thank you, Bob. And yeah, I was able to copy him just fine. You know, when they call in like that from when they're too close to me at home to hear, I'm assuming that they're using an SDR, and I should never assume anything. So, you know, he obviously does not have access to an SDR if he's trying to be mobile. He's not as adroit, probably, and used to it as Cliff, who uses, you know, he's got about 4 or 5 hands working for him. Anyway, we'll leave Willie on the list and move on to the next one that looks like that would be Joe, W5ABI. Good morning again, Joe. You're up, W5OG.
Yeah, W5OG and the Flyers, W5ABI. Good morning, Dale. Good morning to all the Flyers. Nice day here in Las Cruces. It's currently 80, supposed to go up to 102. So plenty of sunshine, no wind yet. A few clouds in the sky, but not many. Anyhow, let me see. On your question, I think I'll go along with the lemons, and I'll go with Charlie and Delta. We'll be here to the bottom. Back to you, W5OG, W5ABI.
Okay, fine business, Joe. Yeah, you're 5'9" with me there at home again, so mighty good signal. Well, let's see. We'll move along. Jack checked out. Let's go to Professor Bob in X6RG. Good morning, Bob. You're up, W5OG.
Good morning, Dale. W5OG in the group. This is NX6RG. Let me try to, there we go. Had to squelch the SDR there a little bit. Beautiful day here in Northern California. It's only about mid-60s temperature-wise, so enjoying the cool morning here. You know, I'm going to go with the conventional wisdom here because I don't know the answers, but I know on the second question, I remember as a young pilot, I think I had all of 45 hours, something like that. But I rented a Cessna 150 and I went out kind of exercising my navigational skills with a sectional. And I thought it'd be fun to find these small private airports. And what I found was that was a lot tougher job than I thought. Some of them don't show up very well from, 5,000 to 7,000 feet. It's hard to spot them, when they're just grass strips. Kind of depends if they've mowed it recently. So I did manage to find them all, but I realized that was a tougher job than I thought. Anyway, I'm going to go with Charlie for the first one and Delta for the second one because I do know on the sectionals, boy, there's a pile of small privately owned airports compared to, the municipal airports. So I think a ratio of 3 to 1 is probably, that's probably about right. Because we had a lot in Ohio, just small little grass strips, farmers, that had a strip, and I know out west ranchers have them, and so, yeah, that seems about right to me, about a 3 to 1 ratio. So, anyway, Charlie and Delta will be my two answers, Dale. And, boy, conditions are a lot better today, receive-wise here. My noise level's down, and I'm hearing quite a few signals locally, so that's a good deal this morning. Anyway, I'll be here till the bottom. W5OG and X6RG.
Okay, fine, fine, Bob, and that's your answer, Charlie Delta. And you were out navigating around between some of those private airports. And we've all done that, by the way, I expect, and we even did it some in pilot training. I went, so long ago, I remember when they were giving you a directional fix. They used to, they taught us as young student pilots that, if you get lost, you can get a steer from the traffic controllers. And the guy, one of the students called in and said, hey, I need a practice ADF line of position, and as DF steer. And the controller said, well, we're too busy. It'd have to be an emergency. He says, okay, well, give me one of those. All right, let's go to Ray, WB2JJO. Good morning, Ray. You're up, W5OG.
W5OG from WB2JJO. Boy, I tell you what there, Dale, this is a fantastic net here this morning, and I'm hearing just about everybody on the electric radio, that's for sure. Far better than it was a couple days ago when we had to go to the Echo Link. But yeah, it's a good deal here. My answer is going to be Charlie and Delta. Charlie and Delta. As far as that goes, this is a dynamite question. But I'll tell you what, being a helicopter pilot, we can land anywhere. We don't need grass strips. We can land on someone's house if we had to, high. So with that there, sir, I'm going to go to Charlie and Delta with that. So back over to you there, Dale, and you got a beautiful signal here on the electric radio and also on the Lumpkin SDR. W5OG, WB2JJO. Back to you, sir.
All right. Fine business, Ray. Yep. I can see that I'm a little over the 9 mark on Lumpkin. And I'm giving my little laptop a real workout. It's got about, I don't know how many doggone windows, and I run out of real estate all the time, and I'm always juggling between windows. So, but anyway, I can manage to hear myself and pretty much everybody today. Conditions are better, I think, today. All right, let me go back to the other screen if I can find it. Next on the list would be K4YDB. Charlie, you're up. Thanks for doing the live stream.
W5OG, K4YDB. Well, good morning again, Dale. Morning to all the flyers out there and all the visitors we have. I hope everybody's having a good day. Right now, it's about 86 degrees here. I'm not supposed to get out of the 80s today. We're supposed to be in the high 80s today. So just curious to see how that works out. But right now, this morning, when I went for my walk, it was 65 degrees outside, but it was muggy. So I wasn't very comfortable by the time you hit mile number 3 there, that's for sure. Right now, as far as the question goes, well, Willie contacted me over here on the stream, and he chose, where's he at? Bravo and Delta. Bravo for the first and Delta for the second. So you can put him down for Bravo and Delta. All right. But as far as me, you can put me down for Charlie and Delta. I'm gonna go with Charlie and Delta. That's all I got over here, Dale. I'll turn it back to you. W5OG K4YDB. I'm back to net.
Okay, Bravo and Delta. Thank you, Charlie. That you said that was Willie's answer. Is that your answer also, Charlie? Over.
No, mine is Charlie and Delta.
Yeah, that's what I thought. All right, we got you, Charlie and Delta. All right, let's move along. Chief Mike, WW5ENZ. Are you back home, Mike, or are you Mobile? WW5ENZ, W5OG.
Okay, W5OG, WW5ENZ. I am back home. I just unloaded the RV a few minutes ago, and I checked in kind of late there on the bottom, but good to be back. I was in a crappy spot there, so it was hard for me to get through. I could only hear, well, one time I could hear quite a few folks, but I had some other stuff come up. But anyway, I'm not going to be doing that for another couple of weeks anyway. But the next time we'll be going to Roman Nose, which is out west. So that'll be fun. Near Watonga, Oklahoma. And there's a new casino out there too, so I just saw that. Anyway, you guys always have great questions coming up, and I'll have a question tomorrow. I just sent it over. I just sent it over to Charlie, so we'll see. Hopefully, I'll be talking to most of you again tomorrow. But anyway, today, a very interesting question, and I'm going to go with Charlie, and I think there's maybe a little more than that, but I'm going to say Charlie and Delta, so CD for me. And here in Oklahoma, it's about, I don't know, we're just 91 degrees here, and it was pretty warm out there at the lake, but I was in a nice shady spot, so it was pretty good. And anyway, Dale, I hear you locally pretty good, so a pretty decent day here as far as radio goes. WW5ENZ, turning it back to W5OG. Oh, let me make this a one and done. I'll probably listen out for the answer, which is probably going to be soon. And then I'm going to have to take off because I'm still got a bunch of stuff to unload and obviously restore to normal operator use. Okay, WW5ENZ, I'm going to say 73s, everybody.
Okay, Mike, mighty fine. Yeah, we're going to be getting our RV home here a week from Saturday. That's the scheduled arrival time anyway. We'll see how that works out, but We don't really empty out the motorhome. We leave plenty of stuff in there all the time so that it makes using it the next time relatively easy. Anyway, I got you down as Charlie and Delta, and we'll say 7-3 to you for now there, Mike. And I look forward to seeing you on your net tomorrow. Let's see, that's the bottom of the list unless I missed anybody. Did I miss anyone? To call now, W5OG. There's two of you in there. I don't think you were on the original list, but I'll tell you what, just stand by. The Whiskey Charlie Whiskey, you have a good signal, and I'll get to you just here shortly. And the KB7, and I believe you're Mobile. I'll write those things down so I don't forget. And let me give the answer to the question, and then we'll take a standby for additional check-ins. All right, the question this morning had to do with honoring our air traffic controller personnel, both women and men and women that do such a great job day in and day out providing for our air traffic, and we have a lot of it, as we all know. And I mentioned how much that we actually do have, and I'm going to give the question again right quick. Every day, FAA's air traffic organization provides service to more than 45,000 flights every day, and 2.9 million airline passengers across more than 29 million square miles of airspace. The question was, the more than 14,000 air traffic controllers handle how many flights each year? Select the most correct answer from the following. A, 12 million, no, that's not it. 14 million was Bravo, that's not it. The answer was closer to 16 million every year, and Delta was not correct. So Charlie was the correct answer to the first question. Second question had to do with the approximate percentage of the 19,635 U.S. airports are privately owned, and that was 74%, nearly three-quarters. We have a lot of airports in the U.S. and quite a few of the majority of them are all privately owned, and everybody got that pretty well. It's pretty easy because it's you know that there are so many of those private airports around. Those have not much flying at all. Anyway, I thought that was interesting, and I did want to recognize the fine job that the air traffic controllers do for us every day, day in, day out, and without any errors, almost absolutely entirely error-free. All right, let me go ahead and take our additional check-ins. And first, let me get the Whiskey Charlie Whiskey. Let me get back to my net logger here page, if I can find it. All right, the Whiskey Charlie Whiskey. Give me your call, your name, and your QTH there. Go ahead, W5OG.
Sounded great there, and this is Tim on WCW. I've known a few air traffic controllers, and yes, they are a particular type, very focused and just the most focused people that I've ever really come across, and they do a great job, and they really appreciate all of their KF5WCW.
Yeah, what was your name? What's your name, over?
Oh, my name is Brian. That's Bravo Radio India Alpha November.
Okay, Brian, mighty fine. Well, glad to have you join us this morning from Central, I think you said Colorado there on the Arkansas River Valley. Anyway, mighty fine, Brian. Thank you for joining us. We're on every day, so come back when you can. Anything else? We're about ready to start the 73 round, so I'll be back to you at the bottom of the list there, Mike, for one more go. But you have anything additional for the net right now there, Mike, or Brian, over?
No, nothing additional for the net. Just happy to check in, and great service the air traffic controllers provide to everybody. So anyhow, I'll say 73 now, or you can come back to me later. But I'll be listening. KF5WCW.
Yeah, okay, Brian. Yeah, you're 5 and 7 to my station there at home in East Texas, about 100 miles east of Dallas. So glad to have you join us. That's Kilo Foxtrot 5 Whiskey Charlie Whiskey. And we'll say 7-3 to you for now, and I will give you a call in the 73 round. The Kilo Bravo 7 Mobile, KB7, give me your call again, please. Your name and QTH, W5OG. Well, partially. I didn't get all of that. Hold on just a minute. I may ask you to repeat some of that. I think I'm going to have to turn up the volume of something here. Give me your, I know it was Kilo Bravo 7 and Mobile, and I believe your name was Ray. Give me your name and your QTH again there, and your call sign if you don't mind. W5OG. Yeah, I got it read mighty fine that time. I had to turn down some of the SDRs. So, but I'm hearing you locally. You're about a 5 and 5 there at home, Reed, in East Texas there. So glad to have you join us. KB7, KBG. That's Kilo Bravo 7, Kilo Bravo Golf. Interesting call. Name is Reed, and we've got you there from Arizona. Anything else for the net this morning before we start our 73 round, Reed? Go ahead, W5OG. Running around in the fire truck. My goodness. Well, anyway, are you a fireman there, Reed, over? Yes, QSL. You go after the killer bees with a fire truck. Well, mighty fine. I'm sure that's important. Anyway, thank you for joining us this morning. And we'll move along and go ahead and start our 73 rounds this time. Go back to the top of the list. Let me get back to that. Let's see here. Top of the list. Let me try Uncle Cliff. See if you're back with us there, Cliff. W5PIX in the Mobile. If you're back from being busy, you're up, W5OG. I don't hear Cliff. I think he was in and out perhaps this morning. Maybe he'll be able to join us on Echo Link. All right, let me move along here, get back to my list. And let me try Willie. He said to try him again on the 73 round. Willie, are you where you can talk? KJ5BWB Mobile. Go ahead, W5OG.
W5OG in the group from KJ5BWB. Yeah, I'm still stationary. I'm waiting on this person to come out of their medical appointment and see where it goes after that. But yeah, Dale, I am still hearing you really weak on this hand stick here stuck on my truck. have the SDR open now, and big thank you to Charlie and Bob for their help with my relays earlier. So 7 plays, everyone. We'll holler at you later. I'll get on Echo Link in a little bit. Back to net control, W5OG, KJ4YDB.
Okay, Willie, I think I detected a bit of RF maybe on your at that time, not before. Your signal sounded quite clear and clean before, but there's a little bit of RF, I think. I'm not sure, maybe there's something different with your grounding or something that time. But I hear you well on the Lumpkin SDR. Anyway, 7-3 to you, Willie. We'll probably see you on Echo Link, hopefully, after the net. All right. Next on the list would be, what happened to my thing here? Just a minute. Yeah, here it is. All right. Next we'll try John, W7AJN. 7-3 round, John, W5OG.
W5OG, W7AJN. Well, I have a very soft part in my heart for the aircraft controllers. I was aircraft control radar maintenance. I maintain both the precision approach and surveillance radar for 22 years, and enjoyed it very much. So I've got a real soft heart in for the aircraft controllers because they were the guys I worked for. And so big bunch of guys, very, very professional. So 6 weeks, all the flyers out there. Make it a wonderful day. You're in charge of it. Thanks for being there, Dale. W5OG, W7AJN.
All right, John, and give our best again to Michaela and to your wife, and glad that they're all both doing well. All right, let's move along. Let me see if James might. Well, no, he definitely signed out. So we'll go to one of our other visitors, Alpha 5 Alpha Foxtrot. Let me see if he might be there. Thurman, are you with us? W5OG. All right, let's try the other visitor this morning, November 0 Charlie Hotel Sierra. If you're there, Colin, you're up for the 73 round, W5OG. Okay, I don't hear anything from Colin. Let's move along. Next would be, let's see, it's BU, Lee, and 5BE, 7-3 round, W5OG.
W5OG N5BE. My first airplane flight was out of a uncontrolled airport, grass strip, in a little town called Hooksett, New Hampshire, right by a very large river, the Merrimack River. And we took off with the window and door open. Soon after takeoff, he gave me the controls. For a 14-year-old, that was pretty heady stuff. And we flew over my house, circled a couple times. Nobody came out and waved. I was highly disappointed. And then we flew back. He took over, and we landed on the grass strip. And I was surprised how noisy that was with that hard rubber tail wheel on that J3. Boy, that made a lot of noise coming back up into the cockpit. That was a thrill. And that cemented my life forever. And I was smitten with aviation, and there was no looking back after that. So that's today's story. Dale, I had a hard time hearing the last two visitors that called in. I guess that their call signs, I probably got it wrong. But anyway, there's placeholders there for them at the bottom. W5OG N5B. Thank you, Dale. Good job. 73, everybody.
Yeah, Liam, thank you. Thank you for doing NetLogger. It really helps. You know, I may have missed that our new member there, W7 Tango Uniform Echo. I noticed that you checked out on NetLogger, but I'm not sure. Are you still there, Peter? W7 TUE, you're up for the 73 round if you're there, Peter. W5OG.
Hey, Dale, he checked out on the aim window quite a while ago.
Okay, yeah, thank you. I noticed that you had him checked out there. Thank you, Lee. All right, let's go to John, WA6LJS, 73 round. John, W5OG. Thanks for the help today.
Okay, Dale, real good. W5OG, WA6LJS. Well, good conditions today. A lot better than the last few days for sure. You're solid 10 over the whole time. The commander was 15 over, and Mike was solid. Charlie was solid. Everybody's coming in very nicely. Even the visitors, I'm hearing them on the local. So anyway, 73s, and I'll be over to Echolink for a couple minutes, but I won't be there long. W5OG, WA6LJS.
All right, John, mighty fine. All right, let's go to Brian, WB5DRI. I hope you can get that fence fixed up there before anybody else comes by and helps themselves to your stuff there, Brian. Go ahead, WB5DRI, W5OG.
Yeah, W5OG, WB5DRI. Yeah, I hope so too, Dale. They haven't called yet. They're supposed to be here today to fix it, supposedly from the ramrod. The foreman there told us that they were going to be back today to put that single post in. So we'll see what happens with that. They do a pretty good job putting the posts in the ground, but their management of the whole thing sort of stinks. If you're in business, you should be able to tell people, what you're going to do, when you're going to do it, and then follow through and do it. But there's not a whole lot of that these days, it seems like sometimes. So anyway, it is what it is, as they say. 73s, everybody. Great net, Dale. Enjoyed it. Everybody have a great day out there. W5OG, WB5DRI, back to net. Good day, everybody.
All righty, Brian. Mighty fine. Love to Susie, and we will see you over on Echolink perhaps just for a few minutes. All right, Bob, K4YDB, you're up. 7-3 round, Bob, W5OG.
K4YDB, W5OG, very good net, Dale. I certainly enjoyed it. Great question there. I don't need to get them right all the time. Hi. Let's see. Your comment about putting stuff out in the street, that is exactly what we do. And after a while, stuff could go pretty quickly. Once in a while, something stays overnight. So we get that much, some traffic, not a lot of traffic up here. We're kind of a close community. But we started to keep a timer on the camera and see how long it took. I think the record is 12 minutes before somebody took a large item. K4YDB, thanks, Dale. We're hanging in there on Echolink.
Okay. Mighty fine, Bob. Yeah, all you have to do is put that $50 sign on there, and they'll take it the next day. All right, let's move along. Bob in X6RG. No dog walking duties today. I'm sure you'll probably have to take Schroeder out here shortly, just like I've got to take Rusty out here in a few minutes. Go ahead, Bob. You're up for the 73 round at W5OG.
X6RG. Yeah, he's been waiting. He was sitting out here with me until just a couple of minutes ago, but I'm going to take him in just a few minutes. My wife's got an appointment to take her car in, so I'm going to take him a little later, but he's doing fine this morning. Sometimes he gets really, kind of antsy, and he needs to go now, so dachshunds can be very insistent. Anyway, great net this morning, Dale, and we'll see everybody on the air tomorrow morning. W5OG, NX6RG.
Okay, Bob. Mighty fine, and I think maybe I might have skipped Joe there. W5ABI, 7-3 round, Joe. Sorry that I skipped over you. W5OG.
Yeah, W5OG, W5ABI. Yeah, no big deal. Anyhow, good net. Thanks for running it, Dale. Good question. 73's all the flyers. W5OG, W5ABI.
Yeah, I tell you, that really helps with NetLogger because, if I'd been working off of a pad, I wouldn't have had the additional help from another observer like Lee there that put that big red stripe across there that said, "Hey, dummy, you missed one." So thank you for that, Lee. All right, let's go to Ray, WB2JJO, 73 round, Ray, W5OG. Okay, Ray. Yeah, 7-3 for now. Maybe we'll see you on Echolink if you can come over there for a while. Charlie, K4YDB, 7-3, W5OG.
W5OG, K4YDB. Well, good net today, Dale. I copied you solid through the whole net this morning, and several others I did too. John was coming up his usual self, and of course, NX6RG was coming up. I don't have everybody, marked. But anyway, conditions were pretty good here, and I enjoy that. So I'll say 7-3s, everybody. Everybody have a good day. We'll look for you tomorrow. K4YDB, back to net.
Okay, Charlie, mighty fine. And thanks for doing as always, again, thank you for your live stream on YouTube there. Really helps the net. All right, let me see a couple of, I think Mike checked out. Let's see if we get a couple of visitors that might still be with us. Brian, K5 Whiskey Charlie Whiskey. Let me see if, no, it should be Kilo Foxtrot 5, I think, Whiskey Charlie Whiskey. Brian, if you're still there, you're up for the 73 round, W5OG. Well, I don't hear him. How about the Kilo Bravo 7, Kilo Bravo Golf? Reed, are you there from Cochise in Arizona? W5OG. No, I think he's probably gone as well. All right, that's the bottom of the list. Did I miss anybody, or are there any last-minute comments? Call now, W5OG. Well, it's all deadly quiet out there, so I think we've covered the bases. And I do appreciate everybody participating this morning, and as we paid a little bit of tribute to our air traffic controllers that do such a great job for us. We could talk about some of the funny things that have happened down through the years. I've got a couple of them myself, but maybe we'll do that over on Echolink. We'll clear up the frequency here. We do have another net that starts at the bottom of the next hour. Bottom of this coming up here, so we definitely need to be off here just shortly. But we have a few minutes, so they'll have time to. The Alaska Pacific guys can come in and get their net started. So thank you for participating, everyone, and checked in, and thanks for all the help this morning running the net. This has been the Air Force's Flyers Club net this Thursday morning. W5OG, I'm now closing the net, returning the frequency to normal amateur use. See you over on Echolink, everybody. W5OG clear.